Hi Scorpio, so this is going to be your Celtic Cross reading for the month. Let's look at you. What's going on with you? Take what resonates, leave what does not, and reverse energies as you see fit. Doesn't resonate, check your other placements, yes? Also, kindly like, share, and subscribe, honey. Show some engagement, add your energy to the collective. I'm more prone to pick up your energies if you just show that you're part of the fam, right? Part of the community. Let's look at you. The Nine of Coins, basking in your own sense of independence, in your own perspective. I can stand on my own 2 feet. I know who I am. I remember who I am. And I remember my own sense of perspectives. Are we contemplating a new beginning, a new passion? Passionate beginning. Passion. Okay. What's above you is the Eight of Cups. Yeah, you just detaching yourself from something and you are not ready for a new beginning. It's like it's crossing you. So you're not ready. Right now, you're just okay with being yourself and doing your own thing, being on your own, being your own person. You have no problem being that way, but you are right now, you're telling me that you're still detaching, or you walked away from something, or you detached from something, and you're contemplating if I'm ready, if I am completely detached from the past, old cups that I've come from, and am I ready for the new beginning towards new horizons, inspiration. In the past, Nine of Wands, yeah, you were persisting through something here, the 9 9. So 9 might be a strong number, I don't know, but also that 19 might be also of relevance, not the point. What I'm trying to tell you here is that something that you were persisting in was proving to be egregious and very, very combative, very blocky-ish, you know. What's exiting is the Five of Wands. Yeah, your tendency to fight, like, you know what, I'm not going to persist, I'm not going to compete. You know. I say we stop right now. And that exited from your life. Like you fighting for something, probably somebody else putting you in the competition. Like, I'm not going to compete. I'm sorry. I remember who I am. I know what I can do. I know what I can be. I'm comfortable with being me. So I know what I deserve. This is not what I deserve. Even after persisting so much, it's still not in my hands, whatever I want or whatever I desire in the situation. So the outcome is not to my liking. It's not fulfilling me. So I need to detach myself from this. Okay. Is this an old sort of reignition that's coming forth? And you're like, should I give to it? Like, it's crossing me. Like, I'm on my own. I'm finally comfortable with myself. And this thing has come back around. It might be a renewal too. Eight of Swords in the near future. You can't see through something here. What is it? You can't see through. You're telling me that you are a Nine of Coins, somebody who knows themselves, somebody who has a very strong idea about what's right for them, what they can do and what they can't. So, what is the blindness, honey? We'll have to take a look at that. Taurus showed me Five of Swords in their strength as well. You're showing me Five of Swords at the same place. So, if you would, you have some self-sabotaging tendency. I felt Taurus Five of Swords was very different than yours. I'm getting a sense that you have some self-sabotaging tendencies. Like if you will give yourself reasons to persist or to, you know, keep on taking action or to keep on giving yourself to situations, places, people who are not necessarily beneficial to you, who are not adding to you, rather taking from you, taking away from you and your power, right? And who you are, which is a whole person on your own. But you probably have a self sabotaging tendency to prove yourself to those people who are not interested in knowing you. That's you, the tower. 16 might be a number of relevance. The environment, the tower, something, surprise. I told you, something is coming back around. I don't know what it is. We'll have to take a look at that, how promising it is or it isn't. We'll have to take a look at that. Hopes and fears is the magician. Yeah, should I manifest this? Should I take action towards this? Should I give anything of myself to it? Because if I go in, I go all in. That's who you are, Scorpios, right? You're a fixed water sign. You don't do that mid sort of things, right? You go all in anything that you do. So that's the fixed sign MO pattern. So you're like, if I go in, I know what I'll do. I'll get too much involved. And should I get involved in this at all? Is this going to be promising for me, right? And the outcome, the Four of Coins, yeah, you're being conservative. You're still not sure. You're still not sure whether you should give some. It's like you're not giving to it, you're neither taking away from it. It's like you're just giving just enough to test the waters, to see through. Like, I let it show itself what it wants to have with me or what it wants to do with me, right? Okay. The Justice, the Nine of Swords, the Fool. Yeah, you're scared about opening up or taking another chance. It's like, I want to do what's right. So you want to do what's fair too, even if it stresses you out, even if it's a hurtful thing. You want to do what's right by you and by the other person. So it's like, I'm going to give it a chance. I'm going to give it a fair chance to prove itself. All right. Okay. Let's see. Nine of coins. Let's see your nine of coins. You look pretty comfortable on your own though. You know who you are. You know who you are about, what you're about. Let's see the nine of coins. Six of Cups, Ace of Swords, Two of Cups. Ah, okay. So something is presenting itself to you as an opportunity, and it's your truth that, is it you? Let's see the Ace of Wands. Let me see the Ace of Wands first. You're telling me you're balancing up with somebody, or you have love for somebody. You know it to be true, and that you shared love with somebody here in the past, and it was very loving. The Six of Cups and the Two of Cups, that's a soulmate, honey. You feel strong and very unique sort of connection with this person, and it's very easy, it's very effortless. The Knight of Pentacles, King of Swords, the Knight of Wands. Yeah, somebody is trying to renew things with you, and you're like, I remember loving you. I remember that I had love for you, and it's my strong truth. But, honey, the thing is, they are approaching you from a mind here. They have been making up their mind and making up their energy towards meeting you, and you're meeting up with them as well. You're being very slow, you're being very methodical. It's like, yeah, I hear you. Somebody presented you with the truth, the Ace of Swords. The King of Swords carries that Ace of Swords. So you are like, I feel like this is the other person, and I feel like they are trying to come up with that Knight of Wands, because they are proposing that idea of renewal efforts here with the Ace of Wands. So they are trying to renew things with you, and you're meeting up with them like with caution, with slowness, with a lot of slowness, with a lot of reservations. But you're listening to them. You are entertaining their truth, like you're taking in their truth. I am who I am, and I know my truth, but I'm also listening to yours, what you have to say. And they are telling you that they love you, or they would like to emotionally harmonize with you at best, that you are special to them as well, and that they love you in some way, shape, or form, or they care about you at best. At best, they care about you, but they are approaching you from a Knight of Wands or Wand sort of way. But they are telling you that they love you, but they are coming up to you with more of the fire. They're not showing me their heart space, so to speak. And that's a bit problematic for me, like, because you're a water sign, that's why it matters to me that you get the love you desire, because you see them as a very soulmate sort of connection. You're showing me all cups for them. So them showing up with fire seems to me like they are categorizing it in the way of fun loving connection, and that I sometimes, if I feel generous, if I feel gracious, I would emotionally balance up with too. Okay. It's like, that person that comes back around and say that, oh, I love you, but then they still go back to old ways of being with you, like showing up only for sex and things like that. It's kind of like that. Like they put up a good facade, but they can't keep up to that facade. The five, yeah, the Five of Swords again, Nine of Wands. Yeah, you're telling me that you left it behind. You knew that it was a folly thing. You have a pattern here to get involved with emotionally unavailable people, or probably just one specific person that was emotionally unavailable, and that was self-sabotaging sort of behavior on your part, and you kept on repeating it. The Nine of Wands here in the past as well. So I will not clarify the Nine of Wands. I don't think I need to, because you're showing me that you had to abandon ships, because you constantly kept yourself from exiting a situation that was emotionally very ungiving, ungenerous, if that's a word, and very disheartening, very unfulfilling. And you were all hearts, but they were not. And you thought that if I persist in this long enough, maybe they will give me more. So, which means they were giving you enough excitement to keep you in line, but not enough to justify you staying in that. And you eventually left it. You saw what it was, right? You saw that it was a folly thing. You were self-sabotaging. You were probably just wasting your own time, and that they were wasting yours as well, and you were allowing them to waste your time, energy, and efforts too. The Six of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Swords. Yeah, just because you're telling me that you were competing with somebody, or for somebody's attention, or for their bare minimum. The Six of Pentacles is like, I can balance up with you. I can give you some coins. I can give you some energy here. You know, I can give you time from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock. Yeah, I'm ready. But don't expect much from me, you know? Don't expect much from me. And you were like, I'm here for your peanuts. Like, whatever you have to offer, whenever your time suggests, and whenever you have the time, whenever it's convenient for you, you can show up at my door and I'll always be available. And you were the available one, right, Scorpio? You were the available one. Like, I'm sitting at my throne here, comfortable. I am going to be the solid figure in your life. If I prove to you that I am the reliable one, you will eventually open up to me. But you're not trying to think about the fact that there were very much, there were a lot of secrets too regarding this situation here, you know, blind spots that you missed, that you talked yourself out of, and that we were avoiding speaking to what was going on actually in this situation, that somebody was probably giving the bare minimum while the other person was being generous and fighting for somebody else's peanuts. The Four of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, Page of Swords. Yeah, you don't see yourself working on it. Like, I can't possibly think that we can heal the disappointment between us. Don't get me wrong, you are special to me. I'll always remember you. With the Six of Cups, yeah, I will always remember you as somebody I used to love, somebody who was special to me and will always hold a special place in my heart. But I can't possibly think that we can heal through the disappointment, that we can work through the disappointment. It's not even a thought. It doesn't even cross your mind. You can't see yourself opening up to this and opening up to getting disappointed again. Like, I can't possibly open myself up to the potential of working on this, giving my all, while somebody else doesn't, and I will end up repeating the same mistake, which tells me that you might have done this rodeo with this person quite a few times for you to not even entertain the thought of opening up to this. I feel like I know where this is going, but let's see. The Five of Swords in your strength, the Knight of Swords, Ten of Cups, Three of Cups. Yeah, earlier you had this Five of Wands again. I can't make this shit up, can I now? The Nine of Wands too. Look at this. You were a fool for this person, weren't you? Like, I desired you, and that's why you brought out some of the best qualities in me, whoever you are. The Scorpio is saying you brought out the best qualities in me, and that's why I was showing up for you. I was balancing up with you, even if you were giving me bare minimum, the peanuts in return. I was still stupid, and it was foolish for me to keep myself open up towards you, to the possibility that we could have had something here. Because I was in love with myself and who I was when I was competing over you, to the extent I would go to fight for your attention and to fight, and the stable person that I became in order to show you that I was the worthy one for you, right? The thing is, you are already the stable one. You don't need them, or don't need another person for you to demonstrate those qualities that you already have within yourself and that you show yourself every day. Everything begins with the self. You can't show it to yourself you can't show it to others, whatever quality that you have, if you don't have it within yourself for yourself. Just so you know. So this was a self-sabotaging tendency for some of you, to take action towards this person. Like, whenever they showed up for connection, for connectivity, they were a part of your emotional circle, but they were keeping you out of their own emotional circle. So you made them a part of your inner world, but they didn't. And it looks to me like you were constantly taking action towards them. Whenever they showed up at your door, you were like, you know what, let's connect. Even if you were not free, even if you had other things lined up for yourself, you would just put it aside and make time for this person, because that's what you did, right? You were in love. That's why. And that was your self-sabotaging tendency, to keep on taking action towards something that you thought could be more promising, but it eventually was just a Three of Cups situation, which is, I can have that with anybody. I can have that with a neighbor down my street. I can have a fun conversation that's borderline emotional, superficially emotional, just checking up on each other. Like, how are you feeling today? That's it. How's the weather? How do you feel about that? That's it. I can do that with anybody. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean love. That doesn't mean showing up for each other, or that we care for each other. And that's what you were fighting for. And you see the folly in it. Okay. Let's see the Tower here. The Six of Swords, the Ace of Wands, the Queen of Wands. You're like, you know what? This is disastrous. Whatever you are implying to me, no. Thank you very much. I'm going to put a lot of distance between you and I. I have very strong Ace of Wands within me, I'm very passionate, I'm very energetic, I'm very fiery. I know I'm all of that. Whatever you think I am, however you are approaching me with that fun times only, I know I'm all of that. But I'm more than that. And you know what? You don't deserve my fire. I am a queen of wands. I am very strong, confident, bold personality. But you know what, honey? That's not for you. Because you are a disaster walking. It's kind of like that. It's very sassy. You're very sassy as well. The magician is clarified by the two of swords, nine of cups, the 10 of wands. Yeah, you're telling me that it's too, you know, confusing and it's too difficult for you to feel good in this. Like you'll have to put in so much effort to feel good about this, even then you're not sure that it would last. Like it's too much of effort to bring it to a point of nine of cups, which is wish fulfillment, feeling good in each other's company, feeling blissful in each other's company, feeling loved, feeling like my emotional needs are met. But getting you to probably meet my emotional needs is very difficult. And I'm not even sure that it would last. You might do it for one day, but I don't know if I can make you do it every day or I can make you commit to it. Right. You're actually right. You're not wrong. I mean, they gave you enough reason to question them like this, so is it your fault? It's only fair, right? It's only fair. Let's see the Four of Coins. You're telling me that you want something light in your life, something that you can take inspiration from, something that is more lively and it's effortlessly lively. You don't have to work hard to feel good in somebody's company or feel good about something here. You're on to good things in your life. The King of Swords, Magician, the Eight of Wands. Yeah, you're holding back. They're coming on really strong towards you. The Four of Cups again at the bottom of the deck. Six of Wands, Strength. They feel like, okay, so they feel like they can claim your heart. You just need time. Look at this, the Knight of Wands. They're approaching you from that Knight of Wands, yes? So with a very strong mind and very strong strength attached to them, which is a lot of pride, a lot of it's borderline coming from that sense of cockiness, like they think that you're still attracted to them or that they have this confidence, that weird sort of confidence about vanity, about that you're still attracted to them, about that you still love them and you're still crazy about them, and if they just persist enough you will give in. And that's why that weird sort of confidence and strength is kicking in for them, and they are being very determined and very borderline persistent. It's bothering me a bit. You're trying to not give in to that in the near future. The outcome, the Four of Coins, clarified by the King of Swords. That's them again, right? The King of Swords, Magician, and the Eight of Wands. It's like you are avoiding that and they are like, probably you told them that I can't take comfort in the fact that you can meet my emotional needs, and they are showing up with their extra efforts. It's like, oh, you need more, you need consistency, you need me to be more giving, more generous. Here it is. The Eight of Wands can represent action as well as swift action, swift communication as well, and it's very generous in nature. The communication type is very generous in nature, so it's like I feel like they have the wit and the charm, the nerdiness to probably charm your pants. But the thing is, they're just hot pants, honey. They're not necessarily deeper. I don't think they showed me any sort of feeling towards you, and that's what bothers me. And I'm now borderline pushed to probably clarify the Nine of Wands in the past. Let's just, for fun's sake, let's clarify the Nine of Wands in the past. What happened? I mean, I know what happened. They remained emotionally unavailable. They're still approaching you from that sense of fiery passion, and they're going hard on into you. Like they're trying to pursue you even stronger. The more you resist, the more they persist. Okay. The Ace of Pentacles, King of Wands, the Lovers. Okay, so that took a turn. The Strength, the Five of Swords. Yeah, they have weird sort of confidence, like they can get you. If they can get you to talk, if they can get you looped in to give something of yourself, they can loop you in, reel you in completely. So you offered something real of yourself in the past to somebody and they thought it was passion and they did not take it seriously. They did not honor the connection seriously, despite your best efforts, despite you seeing them as your lover, as your strong connection, as somebody you were really attracted to, and you loved them. You loved them since the day you met them. We have Six of Cups, Two of Cups, and now the Lovers as well. So you loved them. You wanted to see them every day, and you wanted them to be a part of your life. You really did. And that's why you did what you did, and you kept on doing what you were doing in the past. And that's why you sabotaged yourself. Any sane person would do this for a connection like this, let me tell you. So it's like they treated it very carelessly. And okay, so the more you resist, the more they persist, the more they try to insist that I'm going to give more, I'm going to put in more. The more you try to resist me, the more you try to look the other way, the more you try to be conservative, the more I'm going to persist or insist. So you need to tell them to F off if you don't trust them, because what's the point if you don't trust them? And for Scorpios, trust is the most important thing. Actually, you know what? In every relationship, trust is the most important. I might call your reading, the more you persist, the more I'm sorry, the more you resist, the more they persist. I'd call it that. The King of Wands again, the Knight of I didn't I tell you that? Didn't I tell you that? They're telling you that they want a relationship with you. Is it now? Isn't it too late for you to show up really honestly in this connection? The best of themselves were not accessible to you in the past, and they constantly did it, subconsciously did it too, despite their want and wishes towards you as well. So they constantly tried to not give to you. They made sure of that, to remain conservative with you, to not give access to the deepest parts of themselves, to serious parts of themselves. So it's kind of like that. And the King of Wands, that's their personal knight, the Knight of Wands. So they are taking action, and it's like they see you as somebody of their equal stature, right? The King of Wands with the Queen of Wands, somebody of equal stature, somebody who matches from eye to eye. And I feel like they're doing it for the vanity purposes. Like, this person, if I back them, this person would look really good beside me, you know? It will elevate my social status, so to speak. It's just for the vanity purposes. And it's more fiery, not based in love, but more fiery. But the thing is, you need wish fulfillment. You doubt that. You feel like it's difficult to achieve in this situation. Despite, yeah, didn't I tell you? Look at this. If you open yourself up, you know that this would be folly. This would still end up the same. You'll have to abandon it because your heart, because of your heart, because that there would be no feelings in it. Not because you don't consider them as your it connection, but because they don't. Their heart wouldn't be in the game. That's why. You still doubt it. You still doubt it. You feel like being curious, even trying to peek in into what they have to offer, or allow them some space in my life to let them show me what they want, would be folly, because I'll have to end up abandoning ships. The Five of Wands, yeah, it's too much of a fight. Yeah, you're blocking any sort of emotional expression here. And it's your truth. You're like, I'm not going to let my heart out in your direction. So you probably spoke to them, but you spoke to them from a very practical standpoint and a very logical standpoint. And it still stresses you out. It still stresses you out. This person still stresses you out. You are not letting it show, though. You're not letting it show, but this person still stresses you out. So you're like, this is my truth. I'm going to honor that. I'm going to stick by that. You opened up with it as well, with the Ace of Swords. Look at this. Six of Cups, Ace of Swords, and the Two of Cups. It's like, yes, this person has a special place in my heart, but I can't let them know anymore, and I can't let it show, because they will probably use it or abuse it against me. And I don't want to do that. They are still approaching me in the same old way, or they are approaching me from a very passionate standpoint. They're not approaching me from a love standpoint. So the block still remains. I will still resist this connection like that. We are not supposed to get romantically involved. I will not put in the work. Don't even think about it. And that's what's the fair thing to do here is, yes, if it stresses you out, then that's your truth, honey. Stick to it. And if it stresses you out, well, then what are you supposed to do? Persist in it and, keep on staying stressful, keep on staying stressed because of it. So, yeah, there you go. That's all I have for you, Scorpios. I hope this helped, and take care.